Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a Christmas episode of First and Last.
Ooh.
So this comes out like the week after Christmas.
Yeah.
The in-between time.
Holidays.
The holidays. It's really not. You'll soon find out. You've seen the title. It's very much not a Christmas episode, no matter what.
I was not paying attention. I didn't know that I saw the title of anything.
Well, the listeners.
Oh, the listeners did.
Definitely saw the title.
Oh, right.
And
I clicked on it.
You would have known what it was if you were looking at my computer screen while I was like setting it up to make sure we could watch it.
I was too busy failing at trying to order food because here in good old Minnesota, it's 1,000,000 degrees below zero and no one is delivering, which makes sense.
It makes sense.
But sucks for me.
But also considering like it's for us now, we're just like, it's just cold.
Yeah.
And yesterday it was like a blizzard-ish.
It's snowing.
It was snowing a lot.
Snowing a lot, but it's Minnesota.
I would have assumed no one would want to deliver yesterday.
Sure.
And then that today they would just be like, oh, it's cold.
Yeah.
'Cause as long as like the car starts, then you're going to be good.
True.
Just never turn it off.
Yeah.
So we did not find, I know the ballad of us eating. We did not find food. We're going to record this first part and go pick food up.
We send the interns out to get us a pizza.
That's just us.
Oh, shit.
We are
interns.
We are our own interns.
Listeners, if you could just hit us up and let us know you want an internship.
Yeah.
You can pick us up some food.
It's unpaid because we're dickheads.
Yeah, maybe college credit.
That's still not money.
No.
We could get a lot more done, though, if we had an intern.
We could use an intern.
If you know, like to edit, let me know.
Yeah, do some producing on the side.
Yeah, I'm currently producing, and I'm not even facing the computer.
You're doing all of the things.
I'm trusting that it's gonna run the whole time.
Yeah, it's fine.
So we're good to go. We're good to go. And now we got a cat running up and down the stairs playing with a wine cork.
Was that what it?
Yeah.
It shot so quickly that I couldn't tell. I just assumed it was a bullet.
It's we just have bullets on the ground and wine corks.
Just a box of bullets.
No bullets, just wine corks. It's like her favorite toys.
It is hilarious to watch. You have to be here.
I mean, listeners, all you need to know is like there's a cat puts a wine cork in its mouth, walks up the stairs, and then it throws it down the stairs and
over
chases
and
it.
over. Endless fun.
This cat was when we first got her. We lived in an apartment. We didn't have stairs. She got here, and then she was afraid of them for like a week.
Sure.
Because she was like, I do not know what these are. And now that she's embraced them, she does terrifying things on them. Like sprint down them, as you're seeing currently.
Yeah. Chasing a cork that she threw.
She knows how to play with herself, that's for sure.
She
acts like an only... No, she did not. That is a little kitty.
Hey, Josh, what is this show?
Me?
Yeah.
That's fair. Well, this is First and Last, show where we watch the first episode and the last episode of a TV show that we pick, or you pick, listeners. In between that, we talk about how we felt about each episode and also make predictions on what we think is going to happen in the finale. Then at the end of the season, we contabulate our numbers. I usually lose. And we name a winner for the season.
Yeah. Is Joe the reigning champ?
Yeah.
I think so. I think right now.
Two seasons in a row.
Really? Ooh. Shit.
Can't remember. I'd have to look up the stats
I had several
page.
in there somewhere.
I won season 3.
Nice.
And then I retired.
Remember that year?
Retired from winning. I didn't want you guys to be jealous. So I just stopped doing good altogether. But I wanted to do good tonight with this not holiday themed episode.
Okay. I was kind of wondering.
So
to do.
It's a show that recently ended. I feel like it's safe to do it without Joe. Oh, by the way, Joe's not here.
Yeah. We he didn't make it through the cold and blizzard.
Mm-hmm. No, he did not. It was it's cold. They had holiday travel plans and pumped it up so they could not be stuck places.
Yep.
What do you want to bet that Joe's just at home now because it goes like so cold and crappy that they just didn't even leave?
Man, that'd be awesome. That'd be so funny.
And then he just didn't tell us that he was around.
He was just like, I already said I was gonna be gone, and it's cold. Honestly, it's really not that bad. The weather, I don't know. I think this is new. I assume this is new to Minnesota. I've never noticed it before. They've started using the term winter storm a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I can tell, it just means snow. It is going to snow. So, like, I can't wait for the spring storms, which just means it's going to rain a little bit.
It's going to rain.
It's going to rain.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
It's just that 24-hour news cycle pushing fear, so they decided to go with storm.
They're fear mongers.
Uh-oh. It's going to be a storm, aka it's going to snow. I mean, we have a lot of snow, but
yeah,
it's not that bad.
Yeah.
If you live here, the amount of snow that we got should be like whatever.
Very normal.
Yeah, it's whatever.
It's very normal for the Twin Cities, and it would even be like light for a lot of Minnesota. like for like Duluth, Minnesota, it'd be like that's just Tuesday, you know?
Yeah. Have you ever
5 inches of snow?
If you what is this like? It's probably like from 2014, maybe some give or take 5 years. I'm gonna say in that, but it like when it snowed in like North Carolina one time, and then there's a picture of a road, like kind of like a uphill road section, and there's just like cars just everywhere, and then one of the cars is on the side of the road and it's on fire.
What?
Like it's like it snowed and like the whole place exploded.
And the whole town died.
And it's not like they have the infrastructure to like salt the whole roads and do all that kind of stuff. But it's like
they can't.
While it's snowing here, they don't salt the roads.
Right.
You know, and we seem to be doing
much.
Just fine. But I mean, I guess if your entire population has no idea what to do, but it's just like the car being on fire and the cars everywhere is hilarious.
That could be what it is. That could legitimately be what the winter storm warnings are, is that people just don't fucking slow down when it's snowing and slippery, and so people do crash. But it's like, okay, but you have to learn how to drive through it.
Yeah, just go slow. It's fine.
Just slow down a little bit. That's it.
If you don't want to
a little bit
crash and burn in a car accident when it's snowing out, just go slow. And if there's a jerk behind you, let them stay behind you.
I want to know.
We're doing The Walking Dead today.
Oh shit! Hell yeah! Winter has come. Winter is coming.
I figured you'd be really excited about that, and I figured Joe would be like, I've seen a couple episodes.
Okay, fair.
So I don't think he'll be
spooky though. He's into spooky.
He is into spooky, and I will say, I mean, how much of this? It's 11 seasons, 177 episodes.
Oh my god!
It went from October 30. It debuted on Halloween in 2010.
Good for them.
And then it ended this year, November 20th, 2022.
Yeah, pretty recently. Nice. I actually watched the pilot to this during October this year.
Oh, so way to.
I was really on a zombie kick.
We'll get to that pilot, but I really think that pilot is good in my memory. In my memory, that's a good pilot. It's like an hour long, yes. And I would say it's like a great, like if you were watching a zombie movie, it's like an hour and 45. Yeah. That'd be a really good, I think it's going to be a good hour intro to like a zombie flick.
Yes.
So there's that. The show stars.
AMC, right?
Yeah, it's AMC. The show stars, and this is kind of a weird one because it stars originally Andrew Lincoln, who's I just want to keep saying Carl, but that's his kid.
Rick is his character.
Rick Grimes,
also from Love Actually.
Sure, he was in Love Actually.
Yeah.
Oh man.
He's the one who like secretly loves not
Keira Knightley.
Keira Knightley, yeah. Definitely a British man.
Yeah.
Which surprised me a lot. His English accent is his American accent's great.
Yeah, American accent. If you're British, great. American trying to do a British accent, you should probably not try.
Pretty bad.
So everybody originally stars him, John Bernthal.
Oh yeah,
the guy who played the Punisher.
He's great too.
Norman Reedus is in it eventually in the first season. Stephen Yeun.
Yeah,
he's pretty great. But a lot of these people are going to be in this first episode, or not. Actually, most of them probably aren't going to be in this first episode, as I think. I feel like it's going to be mostly like John Barenthal, Andrew Lincoln, and a couple other supporting characters that might be around.
Yeah, you see his wife and kid, Carl. I forget his wife's name. Beth?
I thought it started with an L.
And there's some like flashing back. Well, I mean, we'll watch it and then we'll talk about it. But yeah,
but this will be an interesting one because I mean, this is 11 seasons, almost 200 episodes. There's nothing is going to be the same between then. And so, how much of the show have you even watched?
I think I've seen. I want to bet 5 seasons.
Okay.
I saw, I think, up until they were holed up in like the prison, and they were like fighting with the like town.
Okay.
I think I stopped like just before the what was the guy with like the bat with the
Negan?
Yeah, I stopped
the guy who's the comedian in The Watchmen.
Yeah, that's right. Oh man, he's great.
Yeah, he is great.
I stopped just around then, whatever season that is, because it was getting really off the rails. And from what I understand, too, it got away from like, it kind of blew past the source material, and so then it was just kind of getting real crazy. Because in the like graphic novels, I know that they end up in the jail, but I don't know if any of the stuff that they've been doing recently was part of that.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with the graphic novels really at all. But I might have seen everything up until the last season.
Oh, really?
So, I mean, but this is over the course of like these 12 years that it's been on, because I probably watched right when it started. We used to have like Walking Dead parties.
Nights.
Yeah, and so we would watch them when it was on Sunday nights for a couple years, for maybe 3 seasons. Then we all stopped watching it. I can't even imagine that we would also be doing that now. That's such a long time to watch a show. But then I would just, if I would be perusing Netflix and it was on, then I'd be like, oh, new season's on Netflix. I'll watch that. So then I would just like blast through it.
That's a good way to do it.
I've seen either through 9 or through season 10. I'm going to say for sure through season 9. So I know who's like dead and gone and whatever and all that stuff. So I'll fill you in a little bit of some of those things before we do predictions after the first episode. But I think we should really, I think this show started off just really well.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to be a masterclass in, hey, maybe 12 seasons is too long for a show.
Well, and it's not just that even. Like, there's spin-offs that I think are still going.
Yeah, Fear the Walking Dead for sure.
Yeah, and there's a second one, too.
Was there a Michonne show that was supposed to...
I wish. I don't know.
Yeah, well, and everyone knows that, like, Andrew Lincoln, he left the show in, like, season 9.
Sure.
So he's not even around.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I saw
he's
him.
He's like presumed
I saw him
zombie, right?
I saw him go away, or like his departure.
Okay.
I don't know what, he's presumed in my mind. I think they did it in a way that he could show up in the last episode. I assume he won't, but that's prediction's sake anyway.
Yeah.
But so like the main character of the show they lost, and they still went on
Right.
for 2 more seasons. And
Well,
he think he left like early in season 9. Like,
Okay.
he basically was gone for the last 3 seasons of this show. I think.
Had bigger, better things to do.
I think he just was like,
Google
I've
it.
been doing this half of my life at this point.
Yeah.
No, a third. 'Cause that's a long time, like 9-10 years to
His
do a single show.
his character got kind of old. I feel like is not like age wise, but just that this, he's the Stark. He's like he's the I'm like so good, but like at the detriment of myself character. To where everyone, like, people take advantage, and like I want to trust everybody, but this fucking end times, and you can't. Everyone's really out for themselves because you kind of have to be. I don't know. It's interesting.
Right. Yeah, but he's pretty, but like in the beginning, he's pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, he's a badass.
I'm trying to think, just vamping for a second while I scroll down and try to find the list of the first season episodes. Boom.
I feel like there's a guy we didn't talk about, but we will after.
I mean, we mentioned Daryl. I mean, Norman Reedus' character Daryl. He's right away. I think he's still in the show, which is crazy.
He might be the last one left.
I mean, respect Norman Reedus. He was in Death Stranding. It's one of the greatest video games ever made.
So, but who is his brother
in
the show?
Merle.
I'm trying to remember what his name is.
That actor is a guy you'd recognize for sure.
Michael Rooker.
Yeah.
In lots of stuff. Does lots of voice work. He's Yondu in the MCU.
In the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so the first episode, I wanted to make sure because I trusted them to not do us dirty. It's not called Pilot.
Oh, no way. AMC?
No. They respect television to a point.
What is it?
It's called Days Gone By.
Oh, yeah.
It premiered on Halloween of 2010. It looks like, according to IMDb, or not IMDb, Wikipedia, it had 5.35 million viewers. So it's pretty good for a cable channel. I sure didn't have cable.
In 2010?
In 2010.
Yeah.
But right when people were trying to like be like, go watch Netflix. You don't need anything else.
Yeah.
So Days Gone By. Let's watch that, and we'll be back after that, and we'll see if we like this intro to Zombiedom.
I'm gonna like it so hard.
I bet we will. All right, we'll be back after that. And we're back. We're done with the first episode of The Walking Dead. It was called Days Gone By. Right up, Jimmy?
Yeah. Sheriff's Deputy Rick Grimes wakes from a gunshot-inflicted coma to discover the world overrun with walkers. He goes back to his house to try and find his wife and son, but meets survivor Morgan Jones and his son Dwayne.
Rock Johnson.
Huh?
I said The Rock Johnson.
Dwayne The Rock Jones. Deciding to separate from them, Rick heads to Atlanta with a bag of weapons to find his wife Lori and son Carl. Well, he hasn't actually done that yet, but he
would like to.
He's unaware that they are safe with other survivors, led by his former partner Shane. He encounters hordes of walkers and becomes trapped inside a tank. So yeah, that's a very quick description of what happened.
Yeah, because I think this was like an hour and 7 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, and it's pretty action packed, but it still like gives room for lots of drama. Like, for instance, the like cold open where you just see Rick, who it's seemingly somewhere in his travels from his like hometown to Atlanta, and he's like searching for gas. He's in his cop like sheriff outfit, and he's walking around and he finds a little girl and he's like, "Little girl, I'm the police," and she turns around and she's a zombie, and he has to shoot this little girl in the head. So like, and up until like he says "little girl," like there's like almost no sound.
Yeah,
in
it's
this
very
show.
very very quiet.
And then he sees from underneath a car her little bunny slippers and picking up a stuffed bunny, and then he starts to talk to her and she turns around and is full zombied, and he shoots her and it's gory as hell, and right away you like know the stakes of this show. It's just like, holy shit.
Yeah, I think it's a great cold open for a brand new show, because it's like, I mean, I feel like if you're like, you know, like right away, like just turn it off, because it's like she turns around, she's like, her face is all messed up, she's very clearly an undead. The show does not skimp on gore.
No.
At all, which
No.
I think, personally, I think that's like good for a zombie show.
Yeah.
Like they were like, we're not
gotta be bloody.
We're not pulling punches. Like you're gonna see a lot of gross shit, and if you don't like that, you should just not be watching this.
Some of the like graphics of it does not really hold up. But, still pretty cool.
Some of the like, I mean, like the makeup that they do is really good, but then they'll do like they did a lot of like close up, like put a gun to someone's head and like shoot him in the head.
Yeah.
They did. There's like 3 or 4 of those things.
CGI blood flying.
And the CGI blood's like pretty bad.
Yeah.
So that kind of stuff's pretty bad for sure. The last shot of the show when he's in the tank, and it's in 2022, just be like a drone shot of the set they had.
Right, just like an aerial.
But they presumably
like CGI'd.
like wanted to do that later or something, because it was very clearly of like a very poor like CGI, like just kind of composed thing of that. So that was kind of bad. But besides that,
sure, it was great for 2010.
yeah, I mean,
I remember thinking it was all great.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing that like aerial shot at the end the first time I saw it and was like, oh, this looks terrible.
Right. I thought I loved everything about this the first time seeing it. But yeah, so then the show then opens with past like a jump back to Rick talking to his buddy Shane and having having a conversation in their cop car about ladies.
Yeah, you know, hey Jimmy, you know what the difference between men and women are?
Is it turning off light switches?
It's apparently that women don't know how to turn light switches off. Which I definitely was like, you know who doesn't turn the lights off in our household? It's me.
Well, yeah, and then Rick's like, yeah, if anyone, like Lori's telling me to turn lights off. But then we find out that Rick and his wife Lori are having troubles. Then they get called on like a police whatever.
It's like a high-speed chase.
A chase, and they pull up to get ready for this car to come.
Set up that spiked strip.
Yeah. And they have a shootout, and Rick gets shot. Pretty bad.
Yeah. He gets shot, and he wakes up in the hospital. I mean, once again, it's like we were trying to figure out this whole time how long he would have been in the hospital, because he was in like some sort of coma for a little bit. And because he wakes up and everything's gone to hell. There's nobody around. And like, but there's bedside flowers, and they're like very wilted and like dry, but like some of the leaves are like still kind of green.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they haven't turned brown yet.
Right.
So they're not. It hasn't been an insane amount of time.
Right.
Like less.
It's not been like a year.
Right. So he's and his like his wound still hurts. So it's not like he hasn't healed.
Right.
So yeah, he
How long does a gunshot normally take to heal?
Exactly. So I mean, it's probably been a couple weeks to a month or so, But he gets up and walks around, and I think that's also another great, like, they did the little girl at the beginning and was kind of like, this is messed up. And then they did just a little interstitial of like zombie time.
Right.
And then in the hospital, he walks around and like, it's just like trashed. Like, see, and that's the thing is like, they practicaled all that. I think like just like blood everywhere, bullet holes everywhere. It just did a really good, really, really good job of showing and not telling.
Right.
You're like, oh, everything's bad now.
Detail.
Like, you're in a hospital and it's like this.
Yeah.
And then he gets out of the hospital. Oh, well, I think one of the bigger things, there's two cool things that happen in the hospital. Is he looks through the like glass door and sees like a body on the ground that's just like basically fully eaten.
Yeah.
I mean, technically you don't know that it was eaten.
Right. But that's,
but it's
description.
But I mean, that's what I probably would have described it as, on the ground. And then he walks around a little bit more through all like the destruction, and there's like a door that says like dead inside, don't open, something along those lines. And then the door opens a little bit. It's like chained shut, and then fingies come out.
Yeah, it's what's the word? It's got a padlock. It's padlocked shut.
Yeah. And so he looks at that, and I'm just like, I was like, this. So the show does a very good job of setting the scene.
Yep.
Of knowing what's up. And then what he gets out of the hospital, and even when he gets outside, he sees like dead bodies on the ground. Like there's like
like body bags, sort of.
And there's some military like jeeps and stuff around, and like a helicopter,
and bodies just lined up. So which leads you to think, like as the viewer, that they've taken all of the people who've maybe just recently died and shot them in the head and we're just lining them up, because otherwise those would be zombies. They'd be getting up and chasing Rick.
Right. Yeah.
So some mass or were these people that were like not even dead yet, and the military like killed them because because that's what's happening, is people are dying, These just hospital patients.
Yeah. But then what does he do? He just
he finds the torso. He's on his way
Torso's in such
his
a nice
house.
It's like such a nice park.
Yeah, just
nice
walking
green
through
park.
a park, and finds a torso of a zombie, and it's just crawling around, and he's pretty disgusted.
I think that's like his first zombie then, right?
Yeah.
That's his first zombie in reality, because the girl was way after that.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, he's not into that for sure.
Yeah, that freaks him out.
That would freak the hell out of me.
Yeah. It's just got like entrails dragging behind it.
I think that right there, if you make it that far, I think most people, there's like two options now. Most people are like, they're like a hard nope, and then they just like decide they just don't do anything anymore. They probably just die.
Yeah.
Or like you go, well, I'm going to just survive even though this is going to be hell forever.
Yeah. Probably die shortly.
Yeah.
Either way.
But I'm going to try. But he goes back to his house to try to see if Carl and Lori are there, his wife and kid. He doesn't find them, but he does notice that they took like pictures off the wall and like photo albums, and clothes were gone. So he was like, they at least they like left alive.
Yeah.
So he decides he wants to go find
Good
them.
detective work.
Yeah.
Rick.
He's a sheriff, so
Yep.
some sort. And then this guy Morgan, which I swear we never heard his name.
He might have said it when they were in the house.
Maybe.
I wasn't paying attention.
But this guy Morgan and his son Dwayne, they find Rick and bring him back. Well, Dwayne hits him with a shovel in the head.
Yeah. Thinks he's a zombie.
Yeah. I like, because Morgan's like, did he talk? I heard him talk. You know they don't talk.
Yeah.
To his kid.
Come on, kid.
But then they do your typical tie him up, bring him back, and then be like, are you going to be a murderer? Are you going to be cool?
Are you a zombie?
Are you a
Are you
zombie?
about to be a zombie? Because he's bandaged up, so they know that he's got a wound, and they want to know if he's got a zombie wound in his. Because they're like, if you don't tell me, I will just kill you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and like the biggest two like mysteries in any zombie scenario are like, how did it happen? Like, how does this happen? Which
Yeah, what are the
usually is
rules?
never explained in most zombies
Right.
things. I think like Dawn of the Dead or like Day of the Dead, those ones, they literally just say like hell was too full
Yeah, that's right. That's
or
right.
something like that.
Yeah. Dead are coming back.
But this is a show, so presumably you're not going to know that now. But then also, I guess, what are the rules of how you become a zombie?
Yeah.
And I think that's where Morgan kind of helps come in, because he kind of is like, were you bit? Were you scratched? Were you like anything? Because if that's happened, we have a problem.
Yeah.
And then he even explained something about like the fever gets you, because he's like, if you're bit, he's like, you'll get a fever and you'll die and you'll come back.
Yeah.
So he kind of explained. You learn a little bit more about it later on, but yeah, it's interesting that it's like, yeah, the bite. It's like the bite doesn't change you. And I mean, you don't know that for sure in this episode.
Right.
I know that, but we've seen a lot of the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
But we know that like just anybody who dies comes back no matter what.
Right.
But a zombie bite, if that doesn't, like, you don't just die from them chomping on you a bunch. That
Right.
a zombie bite or something like that will get you really sick, and then you'll die
Right.
from like the zombie plague.
Yeah, I
guess.
think this season ends at the CDC, right? And
Yeah.
that guy is what's that guy's name? He's in a ton of stuff. He's describing like what they've found out about like what happens in your brain and stuff, and it's kind of like the was it the basal ganglia? Is that what it's called? The like lizard brain?
Sure.
Just takes over. It's just fight or flight, and that's all you have that fires in your brain. And that's why like that's why you can't talk as a zombie, but like you still have some of that. Like the little girl picks up her stuffed bunny, like she's a zombie, but she still has enough of her to know like just reaction, like, oh, this is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the next thing that happens is that we find out Morgan and Dwayne are hanging out in this town still, because they were there and the mom that was with them got bit and is now a zombie, just hanging out outside this house, knowing like has this like sort of sense that they're there.
They must have. I mean, she died in that house. Is
Yeah.
what he said.
Yeah.
So she's like kind of hanging out
Yeah.
around where her family was.
She's like trying the doorknob every once in a while,
Yeah.
and it freaks them out.
Probably freak me out if my dead wife was trying to get
Yeah.
inside.
Pretty messed up.
Yeah. So, I mean, they do a good job of laying a little bit of groundwork of being like, you don't want to get bit, you don't want to get scratched, you don't want to do any of that. You're going to get sick and you'll die for sure. We don't know that everybody comes back yet, but we do. But then there's still like, yeah, the questions of why are there zombies, you know? And
Yeah.
then just more details about how this works. But for a first episode telling me some of those things, what they did say, that's pretty good information. Solid. And then, yeah, Rick hangs out with Morgan and Dwayne for a while. They go to the sheriff department building and like have a shower,
load up.
have a shower day,
Oh yeah.
hang out.
First like hot shower in a month or
Yeah.
so.
And then they get like load up on guns, and then they like just part ways because
Classic
Morgan's
zombie.
gonna go kill his zombie wife or something,
Yeah.
and learn how to shoot some and like practice shooting guns. And then Rick's heading off to Atlanta because they all three think that there's like basically a safe haven with
Yeah.
food and protection and whatnot in Atlanta. So Rick goes off in his squad car with like 2 duffel bags full of guns, and then eventually he goes to that farm, and because he's out of gas, and gets a horse. Just there's a horse there. So he gets a horse and he rides off. And I mean, it's like pretty comical. He's riding a horse with just like 2 duffel bags, just full of guns, just riding around.
Yep.
The guy is like the most like equipped video game character of all time.
It's leveled up. You don't have to worry about gas and the horse.
Well, you gotta gas the horse.
Yeah, you gotta let the horse graze at some point.
Yeah. Well, he didn't have to.
Have any hay.
He didn't have to worry for very long.
Yeah, that horse is dead.
Yeah, that horse died. Got eaten. Real good. But he did the other. I think the other big thing before he gets to Atlanta and just gets trapped.
He kills the torso. Is that what you're gonna say?
Oh no. Yeah, I mean that's like
that was a big character moment for Rick, because you see that like, oh, he's got such like a soft side, like he's this very merciful man that he's gonna go back to the first zombie that he found and mercifully kill it.
Yeah. Even
he apologized to it.
Yeah. It was half of a person. It had no waist down.
Yeah.
It had nothing. What I was gonna say is that before he gets the horse, he's driving down the highway 85 into Atlanta, and he's on the CB, and he's like, "Hey, I'm driving to Atlanta. If anyone's in there, like hit me up. Like I'm here."
Yeah.
And then there is a group of survivors somewhere, and they try to like respond for whatever reason. I don't know.
And they're like in the woods somewhere.
Yeah, they're just like
outside of Atlanta.
Got like this little camp in the green. And they're there. People try to respond, and then right after that, we see that like his kid Carl, his wife Lori, and his partner Shane are all there. And so it's like,
with
so close.
People.
Yeah, with a bunch of other people, and then we also see Shane and Lori smoochy poochie.
Yeah.
And once again, there's no way. So at the very beginning, when Shane and Shane and Rick are talking about his wife problems, there's just no way. There's no way they started hooking up before or after the zombie apocalypse. Because that was like a month.
Yeah. Pretty intense month, though.
I mean,
it's probably felt like a lot longer than a month.
I get it. I just feel... my bet, the way I feel like I would have saw that would be that's pretty messed up. And what's going to happen when they meet back up?
Yeah.
So that's like a fun little side thing.
It could be fresh when it could have been fresh when we see them smooching.
It could have been.
But I feel like that comes up. It comes up at some point. Like, I feel like Shane at some point swears that nothing happened before. That seems like a scene that happens between Rick and Shane.
Yeah, but spoiler alert, Shane's kind of a piece of shit.
He's a dick, yeah.
He's
a dick.
So.
What else?
I mean, the only other thing is that Rick's duffel bag of guns and horse go into Atlanta. He sees that horde of zombies. Goes
immediately.
It goes very wrong, and then he gets trapped inside of a tank in the middle of the road.
Yep.
Because the zombies rip him off the horse, and he somehow gets away enough to be able to get into the tank and hide, close all the doors. But then while he's in there, right at the end, someone comes over the radio and is like, "Hey, you dummy in the tank."
Yep.
And that's the end of the episode.
Yep. And who we know as Glenn, who is one of the survivor crew with Lori and Carl.
Yeah.
And that sets up the second episode, which I assume didn't air the same day or anything, but because it's really the next second is episode 2, which is pretty fun for now if you are binging. No one in 2010 was going right from episode 1 to 2, but it's like the perfect pickup.
Yeah, it's the next week that it aired, so that you had to wait. But man, I tell you what, having to wait a week after that, especially because this was I mean, when this show came out, it was a big deal.
Yeah.
People were into it. It was on AMC. This is like when was Breaking Bad? It's like this time
Joe's
when
not here to tell us.
This was after Breaking Bad, I think. Breaking Bad was already airing, I think.
It already broke.
It had the bad had broke.
Yeah, it was 2008 was Breaking Bad.
Yeah. I think there's like a rumor or something, like I think at some point
Same universe.
Yeah, someone says something about blue meth in this show.
Heh.
I think Merle does. That could be like one of those like urban legends that you like hear people say, but it's not true. But
Could be, but I could see them saying that like this episode, Days Gone By, is like a few years later than it really is, and to work this all into the same universe.
yeah, if you type in blue meth, the Breaking Bad, there's like pictures of like a bag that someone has, and in the bag is like, there's just fan theory. So maybe they don't say it, but there's like a bag of drugs, and then there's a bunch of like blue crystals in the bottom of one of these bags.
Oh, okay.
So like people are.
So they maybe alluded to it,
Yeah.
or at least for fun
But
alluded to it.
Yeah. Little AMC universe. The AMC CU.
Ooh. Nice.
So I mean, I would say based on this makes me I'm in for episode 2. I'm tuning in next week, and I did tune in next week. It was great.
I did, yeah. Yes, we did. For quite a while.
For a couple years at least. I mean, I've seen most of this show, so I guess I can't really say anything, even if it gets zany.
I watched 5 or 6 seasons. And have you watched any of the spinoffs?
I might have seen a couple episodes of Fear the Walking Dead. I never got into them.
With Morgan?
Yeah, I knew he was in them at some point.
Apparently Rick is in an episode at some point.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was looking at his IMDb, seeing what he's up to.
Looking at the Rick Grimes IMDb.
No, what's his name?
Andrew Lincoln.
Yeah. He's been in stuff. Some of these people are doing really well for themselves. John Bernthal is in that HBO miniseries, We Own the Night.
Oh, that cop one? Was that Baltimore police thing?
Yeah.
He plays so many cops.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Punisher, and
he is a cop or like a cop killer. Or just some sort of like just heavily militarized human, basically. Really speaks to him.
Anyway, then, well, several other... Oh, there's also the Tales of the Walking Dead that a bunch of people are in. It's like Olivia Munn and Terry Crews.
I don't even think I have any idea what that is.
I don't know. Just the fact that it's called Tales makes me wonder if it's kind of episodic, like just stories.
Yeah,
you
like
know?
an
So
anthology.
like nothing tied. But I know like Parker Posey is in
funny.
it. Anyway, and then there's a bunch of series on the way, like a Daryl series, and a Maggie and Negan series.
There's no way these are gonna take off. There's too many. It's too many.
I could see that one for sure just being like a 6 and done.
If they're mini series, then they might be okay. But they cannot. They cannot be these long things.
Yeah, not like 12 seasons like this. Yeah, I could see that with Daryl's too, because what I've heard about Daryl's is that it's like Daryl in Europe somehow.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta change my prediction for the Daryl goes to Europe.
Is that yeah. And then this last summer at San Diego Comic-Con, Rick and Michonne showed up to talk about a Rick and Michonne like untitled series that's coming. So getting just keeping it alive, keeping the undead alive.
Yeah, okay. Here's the deal. I'm changing one of my predictions right now because my prediction was Daryl dies. And if Daryl goes to Europe,
yeah, I assume it's not like retroactively. Well, because then, and the big thing too is that it was supposed to be a Daryl and Carol story, but supposedly she's backed out. So I don't know if that's what it became. Daryl goes to Europe. Euro
God,
trip.
I hope it's just called Daryl Goes to Europe.
Sounds like a National
Lampoon's Daryl Goes to Europe. The Walking Dead presents National Lampoon's.
I would
Daryl
watch
Goes to
the hell out of that.
Yeah. Should we go into predictions for the last episode?
Yeah.
So literally this last episode is going to be airing 12 years and 20 days after the first episode aired.
Oof.
What were you doing 12 years and 10 days ago? 20 days ago.
Probably watching a Walking Dead episode.
I don't think that.
I mean, around there.
Nearby, maybe nearby.
Not exactly.
You would have been watching, yeah. But you would have been watching like the third or fourth episode of The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Here, I'll do mine since I mentioned one, but I changed it already. So the one I changed, I said Daryl dies initially. I'm changing that to there's a working airplane.
Okay. That's a jump. I love it. Well, because he's got to get to Europe.
He's got to get to Europe somehow. Number 2, I think there's a mention of Rick, but like no Andrew Lincoln cameo. I don't think Andrew Lincoln's in this show.
Yeah, probably not.
Number 2 or 3, I mean, I think they find out the cause of the zombies.
Oh.
Because as far as I know,
we got to, right?
Through season 9, I don't think we've ever known. I honestly suspect that's not going to happen, but I'd like to know the cause.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say they find it out.
That'd be nice.
And then my last one is I think there is a mutated video game like zombie, aka there's not just like a normal like zombie. They're like, that one's like triple the size. They're like, that one's got 4 heads.
Oh, shoot.
Like I think there's like a crazy zombie in this one.
All right. That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
I was just trying to see. So there's 6 episodes of the first season, but then they get longer and longer after that. Obviously, because there's 177 episodes or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna start with horse. That's my bookend.
Okay.
There's a horse.
Got it.
Number 2, I think it's the last episode. I think a lot of, I mean, obviously, like we're not gonna see Rick. I assume a lot of the like main folks have been like doing their other stuff, but I think we see a lot of characters die. So I'm saying 3 or more people die.
Like mainish characters?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get zombied.
I'll probably be able to identify.
I think we'll know.
Mains. Yeah, we'll know.
Then number 3, I think people are trying to get to a mall.
Ooh, you're going to do a Day of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead.
Ving Rhames. Man, I hope Ving Rhames is in this.
Fourth one, Vin Rhames is in this.
And then number 4, I think we see a zombie's head get cut clean off by something.
Maybe a Sword of Michonne's.
Man, I hope so. Is she still in this? I thought she'd...
I think she is.
Oh, okay.
Last episode of this I've seen she was in it, but
okay,
it might have been 2 seasons.
That surprises me.
That would have been 2 seasons from the end, though. So,
but you're getting that MCU money. When do you have time to shoot Walking Dead?
She's not in that many MCU movies.
Well, she's in
2.
She's in 4 at least. She's in both of the Avengers.
Yeah.
right?
She's got time. They'll make time. She's important to the show. Silence, listeners. Jimmy's thinking about the MCU.
I'm trying to think if she's even in. No, I don't think she's in. No, she's not in. What's the Captain America? Civil War.
Winter Soldier.
There are Dora Milaje in Civil War, but it's not her.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that was meant for.
Oh, okay. All right, so we're gonna watch the finale now. It was called Rest in Peace.
Ooh.
And it was on. It aired 11/20/2022. So, like just about a month ago, about 5 weeks probably by the time this is doing. So we're on top of it.
Yeah,
we're on top of it. All right, we're gonna watch that, and we'll be back after that. And we're back. We're done with the final episode of The Walking Dead. It was called Rest in Peace. The Undertaker made a cameo.
Rip, if you will.
He didn't. Do you have a write-up, Jimmy?
Yeah, man. So much happened. Right off the bat, Jules is devoured, escaping from the horde while Luke is fatally bitten and dies shortly thereafter. Rosita, Gabriel, and Eugene successfully rescue Coco.
Coco.
I'm assuming Coco's the baby?
I just watched a Seinfeld episode today where George's boss names him Coco after the monkey.
Yeah.
But that's after George tries to, right when George tries to get him, he wants to have a new nickname for some reason, and he wants to be called T-Bone.
Oh, that's right.
Sorry, keep going,
George. They rescue Coco, but Rosita is bitten on the shoulder while escaping. After getting Judith to a safe house, she is treated by Tommy, and
Tommy Bahama.
Yeah, and reveals to Daryl and Carol that Michonne had left in search of a still alive Rick. I missed that part.
I did not hear her say those things.
I missed that. Princess and Max break Mercer out, who's in some sort of prison, and he leads his men and the coalition forces in confronting Pamela as she barricades herself in the estates. With the people outside about to be devoured, Daryl gives a rousing speech that causes Pamela's men to turn on her and allow everyone inside. Mercer arrests Pamela for her crimes, but she tries to feed herself to a zombified Lance instead. Okay, it seemed like she knew who that person was.
Yeah, she definitely recognized that zombie man.
Yeah. Recognizing that prison is a worse fate for Pamela, Maggie puts Lance down and saves her. United and joined by Aaron, Lydia, Jerry, and Elijah, everyone lures the herd into the estates and blows it up, destroying the herd and saving the Commonwealth. In the aftermath, Rosita peacefully succumbs to her bite while Negan apologizes to Maggie, who is unable to forgive him, but decides to try moving past her anger. Negan had killed
Glenn,
her
who was the strange voice in the first episode.
In the tank, yeah.
Yep.
Glenn was the best.
Glenn rocked. Glenn was probably my favorite character of this entire show.
Yeah, absolutely. Steven Yeun.
Yeah, he's dope.
Yeah, she's pissed about that still. But they're gonna have a show together. So,
Yeah, I can't forgive you, but why don't we go on adventures together?
Dead City, it's called.
Yeah.
So, yeah. A year later, Ezekiel is the governor of the Commonwealth while the communities remain united in creating a better future. Now aware that Rick is alive, Daryl sets out on his own to find him. Elsewhere, Michonne continues her search for Rick. On Bloodsworth Island, where Michonne would eventually find his belongings, Rick writes a message from Michonne before being found by a CRM helicopter and forced to surrender. So, yeah, okay, so this, mysterious group, CRM, is also looking for Rick. I didn't get that at the end, what they were doing there. So there was the final scene was Rick and Michonne going back and forth, writing messages in bottles to each other. But they were in the same spot, but it was Rick in the past was there and Michonne in the future finding, like, tracking him. It's confusing.
They did some time stuff a little bit in this episode too, where like they saved some guy from like a jail cell, and then like literally
seconds later
he's like in full
back
shitty stormtrooper armor.
Yeah, costumes were wild in this episode. I mean, I'm sure like the last couple seasons, this show gets pretty off the rails, but yeah, stormtroopers were strange.
Yeah, I'm like. My first, I just want to know like where that armor came from.
Yeah,
because either somebody had like a secret security force back when civilization was a thing.
Yeah,
that they were preparing to put people into.
Somebody's got a 3D printer in this Commonwealth.
Yeah, or like they have manufacturing now.
Yeah, yeah, they've got a plant. Very strange.
They had butt armor. I mean, did you see like the little like butt armor pads?
Yeah. Glute pads. Yeah, Eugene was wearing a full suit. Some lady named Princess looked like an anime character.
Whatever season she's in first, I like saw I saw an episode with her. But I feel like I didn't. That might have been season 10. And I didn't finish that season.
There was a lot of like anime / steampunk vibes in this that were non-existent in the beginning of this show.
I mean, honestly,
leaning in.
That princess person, as far as I know, she's like from the comic.
Okay. I don't remember her, but that doesn't mean anything.
Like the zombie mask thing that like Negan had at some point, like those people, that group is from the comics, the graphic novel, and by, I know I said earlier I don't know much about the graphic novels or whatever. I literally just know like that's from that. Sure. And that as far as my knowledge goes.
Okay, I need to go back and I have like, I think it was like comics to begin with, and then they started putting them, like collecting them into like books of like graphic novels, and I have like the first 4 of like 8 or something.
Right.
To get back into that.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
They're great.
I mean, was this a good finale? It seemed like the end of this finale was really pushing there's new shows.
Yep.
It really, especially that Rick and Michonne thing that tacked on to the end, with them like writing back and forth. I was like, this has nothing to do with this.
This is just a commercial now. Yeah.
Like I don't know how long Michonne's been gone for, but like Rick's been gone for like 3 seasons.
Oh yeah, and Michonne's costume and her like horse.
She was dressed like a Ronin, like.
Yeah, yeah. She literally at one point looked like the Turtles in Time. Ninja Turtles 3.
Yeah, she did.
Pretty strange.
She was insane. I just like, so the whole thing was right away. It was like Daryl and Judith were like running away from zombies, and they were both like hurt. They eventually, and they had to like save Judith because she needed blood, or she had some wound. They get her back to like the estates. Is what it was, like this like gated community, with like some evil governor, and I'm like,
the Commonwealth.
They already had an evil governor, like back in like season 4 or something like that, didn't they?
Yeah, they're just circling the same kind of. It's just a bunch of everyone's got their little communities, and they're led by bad people.
yeah, exactly. Well, and I'm sure like the story's somehow different, potentially, but it's like. From the 2 or 3 seasons that I haven't seen of the end of the show, I'm like, you're back to like having an evil governor. You're the end of the season, which this just happens to be the series finale now. just seems like you've now beaten the bad. Like, it's happened so many times in the show that my thought of them just having, like, you just beat the bad guy and, like, freed the city. You blew up a lot of zombies. I saw there was some season a couple ago that there was, like, the hordes coming, like a giant horde, like crazy big amount of, like, zombies. And I'm like, okay,
Sure.
so you've already killed a bunch of zombies. So killing, like, this giant group by blowing up the city, like the estates, like you said in the write-up, like, that doesn't solve your, like, zombie problem.
No, there's always a zombie horde.
But then they act like now they're in, like, this. Now they have a new parcel of land that they're like, everything's great now. We're the future. This is fucking awesome.
There's
and it's
like a windmill going in the background.
Yeah.
And
and I'm just like,
we're starting over.
It almost seemed because they've done it and done it and done it in 12 or 11 seasons that I'm like, what's the finality to this?
Yeah.
And especially with, like, Daryl's on the way, like, leaving for an adventure. Yep. Like, they were like, you got to go on an adventure. Is literally like what Carol basically told them.
Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good for us both. Yeah.
And then
you leave.
And then they do the Rick and Michonne thing at the end.
Place.
So, like, you guys are on an adventure. Like, nothing felt final.
No.
And then, I mean, the whole Negan and Maggie thing, that seemed almost like, that was like the only thing that seemed final.
Yeah.
Because she was like,
some conclusion.
I can't forgive you, but, like, you've earned your place, and, like, I'm working on that part, and I actually know that you're trying to, like, make amends, but you're like, that shit was fucking messed up what you did, so like, I can't. And then so it's like, oh wow, okay, that seems like that's a good conclusion, at least, of that story. And then they're like, they're gonna go on an adventure in Dead City. Like 5 seconds later, it's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Well, yeah. At least, like you said, at least their relationship is, like, interesting. That, like, somehow they're sort of growing together, even though she watched him murder, like, the love of her life
and the father of her child
with a baseball bat.
I mean, if you haven't seen that episode, that was like, you know, that this show ain't holding back, so that shit was brutal.
Yeah Yikes.
That was like a puppet head that he hit with a bat, like a bunch. It was great. It was messed up.
Oh God. There was a fun thing for a second where Daryl left Judith in the hospital while she was unconscious because he had to go check out what the zombie situation was. I was like, oh man, are they gonna Rick Grimes Judith?
Yeah, it looked like for a second they were gonna, like, leave her in a hospital room.
It was kind of fun.
She'll wake up in a month.
Yeah.
She would. At least she wouldn't. She would starve to death. But
yeah, true. Yeah, I forget how they explain away the fact that somehow Rick lived.
Yeah,
there was like an explanation at one point.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like the IV explanation or something?
Yeah. Some BS.
Everybody in the hospital died 2 days before he woke up.
Yeah, maybe that lasted longer.
I mean, it's not like if you're in a coma, if, like, loud noises are happening around you, it's going to, like, wake you up.
Right.
So, I mean, you know.
Yeah.
He probably just happened to wake up within a certain amount of time. It's not really important, but it is like a, wait, how did he not starve? What? Oh, what was her name? I want to keep calling her Ana Lucia, but that is Rosita. Ana Lucia is Michelle Rodriguez's character from Lost.
Oh, okay.
Because they're basically the same character, but in different shows.
Sure.
But Rosita, when she was climbing up there's like a pole pipe that they were climbing up the side of the building, and she, like, couldn't quite get up there, and she fell. Yeah. And then after she fell, she got up, jumped up onto a truck, and then jumped like 9 feet up, back onto the pole.
She burst up through a horde of zombies.
Yeah.
And killed several of them.
And then somehow got
jumped on
like
top
bit
of, like, a
on
bus.
on her back, that like her back of her shoulder.
Yeah, like while she was down.
It was like maybe her ankle or something, but
Yeah.
or her face while she was lying back on the ground, face up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, all right, this shit's anime now.
Yep. Yeah, they really leaned into some sci-fi action by the end of this show.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And then of course Princess with her getup.
Yep. Yeah, what was her deal? Does she? I think she was carrying like a shotgun or something.
She had a giant gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. They found her, like, they went to some city and they like found her just like
Right.
by herself.
Just taking names.
Yeah. I saw like one episode of her in there, and I didn't quit because of her. I just stopped watching.
It's fair.
But yeah, so I don't know. I think I'm interested maybe in what happened. Like I said, once it gets on Netflix, I'll probably watch it.
Sure.
We try to watch it on AMC Plus and AirPlay it to my TV, and apparently that doesn't work.
Not
so,
a sponsor.
Yeah.
They figure your shit out,
Yeah,
AMC Plus.
You can sponsor us once you learn how to make your app work.
Fix your AirPlay.
Yeah. That didn't work for some reason. I was trying to show off my cool new TV to Jimmy,
Oh man.
and it didn't even work. I had to hook up a cable.
70-inch.
I had to hook up a cable from my TV to my computer like a chump.
Hardwire. You got wires now?
Like it's 2010 again.
Man.
But I mean, yeah, it not the end of the world, but to me it just seemed like it was almost like concluding another season to get to a new adventure, and then with all these new shows, it just didn't feel like the end of this show. Like, it just didn't seem like enough final. I guess I don't know what they could have done, because it's like they have to like beat the bad guy and be happy.
Yeah.
But like, there's got to be something you can do.
It was way too fairy tale like ending for me.
Everything was really clean at the end.
Like it was literally like a sunny, beautiful day, which is not what you think of when you think of The Walking Dead.
It was as nice as that park that Rick killed his first zombie.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, that's not what I want out of a zombie adventure.
Yeah. I mean,
Way more people should have died, that's for sure.
surprisingly small amount of people died.
Like, what are they doing? What do they need? Any of these other shows that they're expanding are with like a handful of characters, half of them not even in this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are you doing with all these other characters? You got the Eternals lady.
Oh,
Is
the
she
deaf,
still
the
alive?
deaf lady?
Yeah. You need her?
She's been in this show for a little bit. I like her. She's cool.
Oh, she's great.
Is she the same lady that's in Heroes, or is that a different lady? No,
I
that's a
don't know.
different lady.
Lauren Ridloff is this woman's name.
I think it's a different lady. There's a deaf lady in Heroes who played like cello, and it could like she could like play music on the cello, and that was like a superpower.
Oh, yeah.
That's a different lady though.
No, that's, yeah.
She's cool. Yeah, I don't know how they did it. I'm not the writer. But
Yeah.
I just thought there would be some way to differentiate this episode basically between a we beat the bad guy season finale, cuz like they were either that or they like the season finale would end in like everyone's like about to die.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, they literally ended it with like a giant, like they literally are calling it the Walking Dead universe. Everything's just, you gotta get the universe. You gotta expand. You gotta make that money.
like, yeah, we said that in the first part and not offline, but like it's like some of these shows were maybe like miniseries that might be fun, but like, man, are they trying to
We'll
make
see.
like 5-10 season long shows still with these people?
Man. I mean, I'm sure if they go well, they certainly could be trying to do that, but I would hope not. You'd think that'd be insane, like, to juggle. With Fear the Walking Dead is still going. I haven't even started watching that.
Isn't there some Walking Dead? You
That's
said
in
like
season. That's about to be in season 8 already.
that's in
by the
season
way.
8. Because there's another.
And then the Tales of Walking Dead, that's still going, I think.
There was another one. It was like World
Oh yeah, the Beyond.
Beyond Walking.
Something Beyond.
Yeah. Because that's a show. That's in like Nebraska.
World Beyond. I think that might have been a 2 seasons and done.
Okay. Yeah, because of right now, if the Tales thing you're talking about is a thing, then Fear the Walking Dead is a thing. Next year, they said Dead City and Rick and Michonne in 2023.
Yep.
And they didn't give a time for the Daryl show. The Walking Dead Cinematic Universe presents National Lampoon's Daryl Goes to Europe. But it's also actually just called Daryl Dixon.
Yep.
So they're going Disney plus Star Wars naming conventions.
Yeah, just
as
straight,
well. Just
straight
call
names.
it the name of the main character.
Yikes.
The Walking Dead presents Ashaka.
I found an insider article on every Walking Dead property spin-off. Yeah, Fear the Walking Dead's production of 8th season. World Beyond finished its 2-season run 2021. Tales of the Walking Dead anthology. Oh, so that just started in 2022.
And it's an anthology.
Yeah.
Okay.
So who knows how long that'll go. It's supposedly the Daryl series will premiere next in 2023.
Okay.
Supposedly.
So, I guess more to come
In
on
Paris,
The Walking Dead.
apparently he said on Jimmy Kimmel. I don't know if he was being serious or not. Series will follow Daryl as he mysteriously winds up in Paris, France. What?
Don't mysteriously do that. At least tell me how he gets there. They obviously are working helicopters. I swear to God, also, by the way,
Yeah, right.
in this show, the first episode, there was a helicopter that
Yeah.
Rick saw.
Yeah.
There's
a conspiracy.
there's been 1 or 2 other episodes, like, over the course of these 11 seasons, that I swear
just a
they've seen
helicopter?
helicopters, but they've, like, never...
They don't follow
They've
up.
never met these people. They've just seen helicopters every once in a while. If there's any
Rick
mystery,
clearly knew. It seemed like Rick clearly knew who was yelling at him from the helicopter
he like
to me.
smiled a little bit.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah. I don't even care how the zombies were made. I just want to know where these helicopters are coming
I
from.
guess I gotta watch this show now.
Just to find out about the helicopters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta get caught up.
All right, let's do our predictions.
How'd you do?
I did poorly. Well, so I said there was going to be a mention of Rick, but no cameo, and he was just in it at the end.
Yeah.
So that's a bummer. I said there would be a working airplane. So nope.
Pretty close.
So I don't know how Derek's getting to Europe.
Yeah.
Daryl. But he definitely didn't die. So I'm glad I at least erased that and tried to do something else.
Point.
I said they find out how the cause of the zombies. That obviously didn't happen,
No.
or they didn't talk about it. I'm positive they don't know. But
Yeah.
and then number 4, I said there would be a mutated video game like zombies. They they called them like rotters.
They're referring to them as Mercer called a group of them variants,
Yeah,
which to me would mean it's something different than the original walkers.
but there was no zombie, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but there was
They did
no
not
zombie
seem
that we
different.
saw that looked or acted any different than any other zombie.
They didn't.
So
Not that I could tell, but unless he just doesn't call them walkers and calls them I don't know.
there's like a Wikipedia or like a wiki article
Sure.
about all the things they call zombies
the
in this
walkers.
thing. Because like in all the shows, because they're in different places,
Mm-hmm.
they all call them different things.
Oh.
Which made
that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But then, like, I mean, and they call like every season they meet somebody new who calls the zombies something else. Too.
Right.
So there's just like 50 different names for them. So, but
Interesting.
either way, he did say variants. They weren't different.
Yeah.
If they were different, they didn't prove it to me. 0 points.
All right. Fair. Okay, I started with horse.
I mean, there was a horse.
There were a couple of horses.
Yeah. If all you meant was we see a horse, then you got a point.
Well, all I wrote was horse.
Okay.
But like, even if like besides the like Clydesdales like in the Commonwealth area, like then Michonne actually like was like riding an actual horse.
she was riding her samurai horse.
Yeah, legitimately a samurai. I wrote 3 or more characters die. And in this, like, we had 3 like named people. Jules, who the only way we knew her was Luke was screaming her name as she was dying in the first seconds of this show. And then Luke himself died. Lost a lot of blood. And he was bitten. And then Rosita. It feels like kind of 2.5 for me for this episode, not having seen anything leading up.
Like Rosita, I for surely know.
Right.
That Luke guy, I definitely did not know his name, but I knew who.
Sure,
I knew he
he's
was
a
a
guy.
dude. And then that first lady, Jules, apparently.
That's what he was screaming, and then that's what was on her tombstone at the end. That someone was visiting. I can't even remember who now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, so 3 people died, and they were named. They got
Yeah.
tombstones. They were enough to do that. So
That's true. Then I had people trying to get to a mall.
no.
They're no Dawn of the Dead action. They're smarter than that. And then a zombie's head gets cut off.
I mean, I honestly feel like I saw like a billion zombies' heads get cut off.
Yeah, I think Michonne literally did that right at the end too.
Michonne did it right at the end, and then Rosita did it a couple times before she couldn't climb a pipe. Then also before she jumped onto and fully scaled a pipe.
Yes. Yeah, she suddenly learned parkour
Yeah.
after being bitten.
I mean, hey, adrenaline's a crazy thing, but I'm just saying.
You'd think you'd already have it being chased by zombies, but you know,
Yeah.
I guess if you're being chased by zombies for 12 years, maybe you have less.
I was weirdly hype in that moment that they were going to, like, let a little baby die.
You know? See, stuff like that. Like, this show used to be way darker than I feel like. I feel like what we said about the stakes of the first episode, this final episode felt like it had much less stakes.
Which is funny because those people could have easily died. You could have killed that kid. You could have killed her. Well, you did kill her eventually, but you, like,
Eventually.
had to let her, like, say goodbye and, like,
Yeah.
be good about it, basically. Which, whatever. But, like, yeah. That was a lot of zombies and a lot of commotion for
very little.
for how little
Yeah.
human blood was spilt,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
Fear the corporate Walking Dead. All right.
Get that AMC Walking Dead universe. Well, that was 3 out of 4 for me.
Is it 3?
Horse, 3 characters die.
yeah, horse.
Zombie's head gets cut off.
All right. I forgot horse. I wrote 2 down, and I'd already forgotten horse.
Man,
Good job. You did far better than I did.
get your heart out, Joe.
Man, she wanted that plane.
Yeah. I don't know how they're gonna explain that.
He scuba dives to Europe. One really, really big air tank.
Submarine?
No, scuba dives. It's
There
crazy.
was a boat that Rick like mysteriously threw a bag into to like hide, seemingly. Maybe for so that's what Michonne must have found.
The boat or the bag?
She found the bag in the boat, and that's how she knew he was there.
Yeah, but
at
he,
the
like,
end.
put
I'm gonna
it-
have to watch this again.
He like put a note in a bottle and like he threw that bottle like in the water.
Yeah, he did toss that in the water. I don't know.
Maybe he threw it on the
Good
boat
Lord.
and it didn't look like he did, but
Nothing makes sense.
why would you put a note in a glass bottle then throw it into a metal boat so it could just shatter in the boat?
Well, no, yeah, he threw the bottle in the water, but he threw a bag of stuff into the boat when he heard the helicopter.
Right.
I don't know.
There's no way to tell.
Listeners, let us know if you know what the hell's happening in this show.
I want to watch this show and just find out where the shark gets jumped. Like what
Yeah.
season do I feel like? Because I feel like the Negan shit is crazy. Like,
Yeah.
so maybe it's once he becomes like a good guy.
Yeah.
Then
Could be.
it gets silly. So, all right, listeners, that's it. I think this is a long one too.
Oh, man.
Feels long. Feels like a long one. But thanks for listening. If you want to hit us up with show suggestions, please do so at FNL Podcast on the Gmail or on the Twitter. There's other links in the bio down. Just look down. You'll see them. And then also, if you want to rate stars or give us a review or do anything like that, that'd be much appreciated.
Snapchat.
You want to Snapchat us? We do not have a Snapchat. No, that'd be weird. But thanks for listening. We'll see you again next week. Goodbye.